from the YouTube dojo, further away from Joey King's hairdo, it's Weeknight there, Ellie Muller, and now a man who thinks that Joey King has gone a little bit over her head. Well, we're running out of good introductions, Ellie Cunny Muller. Ha! Welcome, Weeknight Update. I'm Ellie Cunny Muller, what's up, Grasshoppers? Yes, Shoutout around our Spec Spider Amethyst Band Edits, Arc Characters Animations, and any Pente Show with his reactions and whatnot. And his sportscast as well. Web Designer 18 with his podcast, his rants, his discussions, and whatever. Lex Brooks with his gameplays and the Golden Fire with all things Dragon Ball Z and whatnot. Yes. Just want to make sure we touch all bases. Now let's get this over with. Tonight's program is about Joey King. That's right, there's actually a woman by the name of Joey King. A woman and a big star who needs to get more acting lessons. Well, that's a fact. She has a new TV deal. That's good news. The bad news is that it's a deal with Hulu. Now, why would Hulu give a loser like that kind of a chance? She recently did a movie on Netflix. It's entitled The Kissing Booth 2. And she made a dull move. She wore a wig. Why? I mean, she's not bald. She's not bald. If she was bald, then maybe she was bald in the beginning, but she definitely wasn't bald, or she definitely isn't bald now. So that clearly makes no sense. MP, the Pink Cat, you better get through with this top 8 list. This is ridiculous, I'm telling you. I'm a little busy. Alright, quickly, what's the category? Thank you very much. Tonight's category, top 8 reasons why some people love Joey King on Twitter. Number 8, they have no taste. Number 7, she can pretend to be a good actress. Number 6, she could drive a horse to sleep. Number 5, she's the queen of selfies. Number 4, she once told Burt Reynolds to beat it. Number 3, she can juggle 5 balls while rolling around in the mud. Number 2, everybody thought that Joey King was Anita Gillette. And number 1, not too many people know her yet. You're absolutely right. You two are absolutely right. Thank you very much. We're going to take a look at what these messages have to offer, and then we'll return.
And now for the weather, here's our weatherman, Al. Al?
It's gonna be hot!
Thank you, Al. This guy is not gonna work.
Climate change!
Ah!
When life seems dull, here's how to make things bright. Get classic TV pleasure from Nick at Night.
Nick at Night.
This is the price tag on Empire's least expensive carpeting. Can you beat this price in Chicago? Well, maybe you can. But you may not get separate polyfoam padding. In fact, you may not get padding at all. You probably won't get 72-hour delivery, and you certainly won't get a free telephone or shampoo with your order. So I guess that makes $6.95 the best value in town after all, doesn't it? Well, don't just sit there. Call.
588-2300 Empire.
I'm not coming down till you do.
When life seems dull, here's how to make things bright. Get classic TV pleasure from Nick at Night.
Nick at Night.
And now for the weather, here's our weatherman, Al. Al?
It's gonna be hot!
Thank you, Al. This guy is not gonna work.
Climate change!
Ah!
to the show, and we are doing our best to get things rolling along here. Yes, we are. Let's have some talking time. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Dad, it can wait. I'm in the middle of the show. Alright, I can't abandon the audience. Once you abandon the audience, that's it. You can't get them back. Anyway, let's go. Take you back. You all know the story by now, right? 1808 BBC, before your common era. Before then, people used to take these pens and do this, meaning that they needed to communicate. Okay, it didn't make any sense, but whatever. Then 808, 804, AM, PM, morning, afternoon, evening, night time, all times of the day. The Kickins and Lickins, they actually came together with an orchestra. That's right, they came together with an orchestra. Edward Scott, get ready. They did this. Thank you, boys and girls. Joey King is the topic of tonight's program. She is an actress who is 20 years old, and here's what's on, okay? She has struck a deal with a streaming, she has closed a first look deal with Hulu. And I'm like, really? Apparently she will produce a TV series for Hulu. Not cool. Well, it's kind of cool, but again, it's on Hulu, meaning that, not too many people will go on Hulu and watch it. So, there you go. Despite the fact that she had a starring role in a Hulu limited series entitled The Act, which earned her an Emmy nomination, a Golden Globe nomination, and a SAG nomination. Which goes to show you that if you do something on Hulu, then you are guaranteed to not win any type of awards. That's right. And also, there you go. Although, she is also an executive producer, which makes no sense. No sense. I mean, how many people do you know under the age of 30 are not only stars, but also executive producers? I mean, seriously, she's just starting out in the business. She's just starting out. I mean, for real. She's just starting out, and people are giving her these big roles. I mean, sheesh, now. She recently... Now, this is very interesting, right? Last weekend, The Kissing Booth 2 premiered on Netflix. Right? Which is the sequel to the original Kissing Booth, which Joey King ironically starred in. She plays Elle Evans, a plucky tomboy turned kissing booth mastermind. Okay, so in other words, it's a movie about a whole lot of kissing. Right? Okay. Now, apparently in this movie, she is wearing a wig. Which makes no sense. Well, let's take a look at this, okay? Let's look at the timeline, okay? May 2018, right? The Kissing Booth premiered on Netflix, right? It debuted on Netflix, right? Alright. Now, back then, she was still rocking long hair, right? But then, came the fall of 2018, and she decided to shave her head, which people were ashamed of. I mean, oh man, it was ridiculous. I mean, it was ridiculous. People were shocked. And then the Kissing Booth 2 was filmed in South Africa. You know what? More specifically, Cape Town, South Africa. And that's when her hair seemed to get back to long hair, or so we thought. Turns out she was wearing a wig. So then after that, people thought, oh, that's probably it. No, far from it actually. She actually sported some curls at the Emmys, which of course she never won. And then she finally got long hair again. You know, too little, too late. Unless, of course, Kissing Booth 3 comes out. Long story short, Joey King is a very bizarre character. Very bizarre. You know. And if she was any weirder, then we would have to tell her to go on the Eric Andre show, which is our competition at this hour. You know, here's what's interesting, okay? This show is competing against the Eric Andre show. That's practically our only competition, on Nick at Night. On YouTube and on Nick at Night, we're only competing against the Eric Andre show and a whole bunch of infomercials. You know, that's how strange this really is, right? That's how strange this whole thing is, okay? So, again, keep that in mind. Well, that is it for tonight. Thank goodness. I'll see you folks tomorrow night. That's the news. I'm out, skis. Bye.
When life seems dull, here's how to make things bright. Get classic TV pleasure from Nick at Night.
Nick at Night.